that Scott is at work and I have to do my progesterone shot. I'm nervous as hell right now. I'm just afraid I'm gonna do it wrong or I'm gonna chicken out or something because I have to do it like way back here. So, I don't know. I'm just super nervous. So I'm gonna get it ready. I already used my little alcohol wipe to clean off the top of the progesterone bottle. And we're just gonna give it a shot. So what they have me doing is taking an 18 gauge needle. I think it's 18 gauge to draw it up because this thing's huge. You don't want to poke yourself with it. So you can see how big that thing is. I can get it to focus, but it's huge. So use this to draw it up, and then a 22 gauge to inject it. I keep forgetting to push the air in, and it's 2 milliliters that I have to do, so it's quite a bit. But it's got to be done. Oh, I guess I should put the ice pack on my butt. And of course the work phone's gonna start. Yeah, I'm gonna pull a little more so I can get all the air out when I push it up. And then what I've been doing is pulling it back down so that I've got a little bit of an air bubble there when I change my needle over. So this is the 22. I'll show you here in just a minute. I'm rubbing it on the alcohol wipe. The 22 is still pretty big, but it's not as massive as that 18. I'm gonna cap it. Excuse me. Push the air out. And we're good. Okay, so now I need to get the ice pack because I didn't think about it. Oh, Wait. Okay, so I'm gonna put the ice pack on. So far, the ice pack has helped. I've heard a lot of people, like in videos and stuff that I watched, saying that, you know, don't use the ice pack because the ice pack's just gonna make the oil go in slower and it's gonna hurt more and this and that. But so far using the ice pack, this is much easier when I have Scott to put it there. So far using the ice pack, I have noticed that it makes me not feel the poke as much. And I still feel the oil going in, which is more, it's not necessarily like, oh my gosh, that hurts. It's like, it's just a pressure, so it's uncomfortable. So we'll see. I'm just really nervous about giving it to myself. We've had 2 progesterone shots so far, Saturday and Sunday. Today's Monday, as I already said. And Scott did both Saturday and Sunday for me. He already marked off a spot. I don't think you can see it on this side. Let's see. Not really. I mean, you can see you can see a lot of like the sticky crap from those estrogen patches that does not come off. I'll show you on this side after I finish freezing it. But Scott just kind of made like a little square in the area where I'm supposed to poke. And I want to find out from my nurses, like what's the size of the area that you can move around in doing the pokes, because this morning I feel okay. Last night my lower back hurt and my butt hurt in the spots where the pokes have been so far. So it was making kind of my legs sore, and it was more like you worked out a whole lot sore because you're poking into the muscle. So I want to see if there's others, like if there's a different or a bigger area that you can poke so you're not poking the same spot every time, because that spot on this side that we did the first shot in on Saturday was super sore over the weekend, and part of that was because I had Ash all weekend and picking her up and carrying her around off and on, and then like when I'd lay down with her, she'd crawl all over me, and of course she had to use that one sore spot to like leverage herself. So it's like she knew it was sore, little turd. That's it. I'm gonna let this get cold for a couple minutes. I'll probably just go ahead and get my computer out so I can start work too while I let it get cold, and then I will be back in like 1 second for you when I'm ready to poke myself. Okay. Not excited. Super nervous, but my butt's pretty cold, so hopefully it'll help. Ice pack. Alright, here goes nothing. Alcohol wipe. Try and clean it to a point where I'm not taking all of the ink off that Scott put on, even though he can redraw it for me. Okay. Just gonna try and 1, 2, 3. I think I went too high, but I got it in. And now I'm just gonna slowly push. And it's rather hard to push. Don't worry, you guys aren't really looking at my butt, it's like my side. Bella's playing with her ball. I'm sure this is a really cute angle of me too, by the way. But this is what I signed up for when I started this channel, was to show you guys what I'm doing. Oh, you know what I didn't get is a paper towel, and it's gonna bleed. Ugh. I'm sweating. Because that was a little nerve-wracking. Okay, so the other trick that they told me was to, you can ice it when, or before you do the shot, but then to use heat and then massage the spot so that you don't end up with like little tight balls where the progesterone was injected. So right now my skin is just super, super cold from the ice pack. So I'm gonna try and warm it up a little bit, and then once it warms up a little bit, I'll start trying to kind of massage that spot so that the oil kind of disperses. Because right now it's not going to, with my skin being as cold as it is. So that's it for that. As my phone rings. So that's it for that. I'll catch up with you guys here in a little while. So a couple weeks ago, I ordered some sandals. Backstory. When we went to, last year before we went to Texas to see, to go to Scott's cousin's graduation and visit with the family, I had gone to Kohl's and picked up this pair of cute sandals. Wore them all summer long, absolute favorite sandals. And then I took them with when we went to Mexico and decided to wear them on the last day, the last full day we were there. So of course we were in Mexico at an all-inclusive resort. There was drinking happening. So the last day that we were there, we had had a few drinks and we had decided to walk down to the beach and just stand where the waves were coming in, because where we stayed in Mexico in Puerto Los Cabos, you couldn't go into the ocean because it was really, really, really rough. And some of the waves that were coming in were huge. So we did wait until the waves weren't as big, just to go down and stand like at the very edge where the water was coming in, while a huge wave ended up coming in. We had, we took a few pictures. I'll insert some of those here. But we had one of the lifeguards that was just kind of monitoring the beach come out, and he was like, nope, waves are too big, come back up. So as we were trying to come back up, a huge wave came in, hit me, almost knocked me under. So Scott had to grab me and pull me up, but I lost my sandal in the process, and there was no way in hell we could go back and get it. So I was left with one good sandal, and these are my favorites. I was so mad. So I found them again. I wanted them back this year. So I found them and I ordered them. So I waited for weeks and weeks, and they finally shipped, and they're coming in. But when I got them, they were not what I ordered. So let me find one of the ones that I got. So this is what I ordered. This just came in today because I had to reorder and call Kohl's. So I ordered, not the shirt, these just slip-on brown simple sandals that you can wear with anything. So the first time they shipped, what I ended up getting was these. Way off, but they're actually pretty cute when you wear them, and they told me I could just throw them out or keep them. So I kept these. They fit, they're cute. And then today I finally got these, so super happy, excited to have those back. So nothing super interesting, but I thought I'd share that because I got a bonus pair of shoes out of it. Thanks, Cole. Okay, so on a side note, I don't know how well I explained it Saturday when I recorded, but I went this past Friday to do my blood work and ultrasound at the doctor's office. I'm back at my Aurora office now, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. I think I might have. But back at the Aurora office, don't have to go all the way to Hoffman Estates. Get to see my nurses again, which is super awesome, and it's so much closer. But I went in for blood work ultrasound. The ultrasound looked great. They said that my uterine lining was a 12, which was awesome. But they called, actually Dr. E called me later on in the day on Friday and said, we don't know what happened, but your estrogen that last Monday was at like 1700 something. When I got it done this past Friday, it was down to 600 something. So it dropped for some reason. And I'm on 4 estrogen patches a day, and I was on one of the estradiol tablets. So we don't know why it dropped. The doctor, I asked her what she thought, because this could very easily cancel transfer. And in her opinion, she said because we have 10 embryos frozen, she wants me to go back. I wasn't going to have any blood work or ultrasound this week because transfer is scheduled for Thursday. But what she wants to do is on Wednesday have me go back into the Aurora office and just have ultrasound, no blood work, just to see if the uterine lining is still looking good, like it's supposed to, and it's not breaking down, because I guess what can happen is with a big estrogen dip, it can cause the uterine lining to start breaking down. So I gotta go on Wednesday for an ultrasound to see if that still looks good. If that still looks good, then we're gonna proceed with transfer. She said it would be a transfer under not ideal conditions, but she said it could still work. There's still a good chance it could work. And because we have 10 embryos frozen right now, it's not like we only have 1 or 2, so it's not as concerning. Like she said, if we didn't have so many frozen, then she would cancel for transfer this week. So if it gets canceled on Wednesday, if they say it's just too thin, it's breaking down, whatever, then we'll have to wait a whole nother month and do transfer in July. So hopefully when I go in on Wednesday, everything's looking good. But in the meantime, they did up my estradiol tablets I'm still doing 4 patches a day and just changing up the spots. So so I'm on 4 patches a day, and then they changed my estradiol tablets to twice a day instead of once a day. So with the tablets, or not the tablets, the patches, we didn't realize you can't keep putting them in the same spot. And we're putting all of them still kind of like on my upper butt. And that I read and I saw that, oh, you're supposed to change up the spot every time. So I asked Dr. E, could that be the reason? She said, no, she doesn't think so. She said that that's more just to reduce the chance of irritation and breakdown from putting them on the exact same spot on your skin over and over. But we still switched it up. So like right now I have the 4 patches a little lower than they were before on my butt. And then today they'll go back onto my stomach. And I'll do the estrogen tablets. And then another thing I'm doing, I've looked up some ways to keep your estrogen from dropping. And one of them is not to be stressed out, which is nearly impossible with my job. So I've already let my district managers know this week, I will not be letting this place stress me out. This is too much. Too much has been put into this for too many years. I'm not going to let my job stress me out this week. I'm just not. So I am going to be doing anything I possibly can to stay calm and relaxed. Last night I bought A Higher Calling, which is Rachel and Harold Earls' book that they just released last week. So that'll be fun. I want to read that. And then, so that'll be one of my calming things. And then, as you guys know, I like to do the like adult color by number books because you don't have to think about anything. You can just check out and do that. And then I'll read my book or I'll color and watch videos or something. Just stuff to keep me calm and relaxed and peaceful. And then the other thing is eating lots of fresh fruit and vegetables is supposed to be good for the estrogen too. And of course, good for your body. So this morning I had what we call the cowboy caviar that I made yesterday, and I didn't do a very good job, but I put the recipe and instructions for that in yesterday's vlog, or this past weekend's vlog, because I recorded a lot Saturday and Sunday because we had Ash. So I had some of that with breakfast this morning, and then now I'm not hungry, but I wasn't eating much last week, so I'm going to try and make myself eat this week. So I'm going to cut up some cucumber and some raw carrots and just kind of snack on those a little bit throughout the day. And then Scott likes to eat cucumber with peanut butter, which is weird. I've tried it. It's not disgusting, but it's still weird. So he wants to snack on that when he gets home from work. So that's what I'm going to do right now, is cut that up and then probably just get back to doing some work and probably start trying to edit this weekend's vlog or the one before that, because I haven't edited in a couple days. So get some editing done and get some videos up for you guys. So I don't know if I'm going to end it here, but I'm going to go ahead and say that if you haven't already, go ahead and like, subscribe, and leave a comment, because things are getting interesting. We should have transfer on Thursday, so we'll see. That means if transfer's Thursday, which is June 11th, then that means test day is June 22nd. So we'll see if this works. So I will either catch up with you guys in a little while here or tomorrow's video. So talk to you guys soon.